Yo, what's up, Virgo? Welcome to your monthly forecast for the month of March 2016. For the majority of the month of March, the sun is going to be in the sign of Pisces. For you as a Virgo, the sign of Pisces is your seventh house. That has to do with your one-on-one relationships. So think of all the important one-on-one relationships that you have in your life. These are going to be very much the main focus for the majority of the month of March. On March 21st, the sun actually shifts into your eighth house. It shifts into Aries. That is the house that has to do with whoever is in your life that you share everything with. So it has to do with your shared resources. It has to do with your shared finances, and it also has to do with your sex life too. On March 5th, Mars, the power planet, moves into Sagittarius. That is your fourth house of home and family. So after March 5th, expect to have maybe some more heated exchanges with someone that you either live with or someone that is in your family. So, Mars isn't a negative planet, but I mean, one of its characteristics can be aggressiveness. So that's why I say this. I mean, Mars can be irritated, and you may be feeling irritated with somebody you live with after March 5th. Once Mars goes into Sagittarius, your fourth house of home and family, you may have some challenging moments with either the person in your household or just someone in your family in general. But Mars is a powerful planet, and wherever it goes, it kind of supercharges everything. So you may even be, not to say that you're just like all of your exchanges with your family or whoever's in your home life are going to be challenging during this time, but it's just going to be very more active when it comes to, you're going to be very more active when it comes to home and family life after March 5th. On March 8th, there's a new moon solar eclipse in the sign of Pisces. Once again, Pisces is your seventh house of one-on-one relationships. So this isn't any normal new moon. This is a new moon solar eclipse. The fact that it's a solar eclipse means that it has to do with a significant life event for you, Virgo, regarding your one-on-one relationships and something new happening. So basically what it is here is just, think about whoever it is in your life who you have an important one-on-one relationship with. Are things going well? If they are, then, expect this relationship to get even better. If you're single, you're going to probably meet somebody new and things are going to go really great. If things aren't going so well, there's the possibility that you could probably disconnect yourself from this person and then someone new could come into your life. If you're married, this looks like things could evolve with your marriage. So this is a very important event. I mean, with a new moon, what it does is it's like a trigger and it sets off all these new events. And then for the 6 months that follow it, these new events are occurring and building and building and building. And then finally, 6 months later, when the corresponding full moon happens in the same area, that's when whatever it is that's building for those 6 months comes to fruition. So look out for that on March 8th and following that event. On March 14th, Mercury is in Pisces. Here we are again with the seventh house of one-on-one relationships. So this area, the seventh house, is actually very active for you here in the month of March. And it's making a challenging aspect to Saturn in Sagittarius. Once again, Sagittarius is your fourth house of home and family. So March 14th, it looks like you're going to be having, some challenging, Mercury's the planet of communication. You're going to be having some challenging conversations with either somebody who lives with you, or if they don't live with you, then it's going to probably be someone in your family. So there could be some difficult moments there on March 14th, so look out for that and following that event. March 23rd, there's a full moon lunar eclipse in the sign of Libra. Libra is your second house of money and income. So, I've seen these full moons happen in second houses for people, and including myself, they've led to increases in your income. Now, what's really special about this one is that it's a lunar eclipse. So, I mean, this is huge. Like, this has to do with, like, part of your fate. Like, there's something that has to do with your money and your fate is going to happen here. So, maybe you're going to be receiving a nice big sum of money and it's or a nice big increase in your income, and this has to do with your life path because it's a lunar eclipse. I mean, this is the second eclipse that we're having in 1 month, so this is a really active month when it comes to significant astrological events. On March 29th, Mercury, the planet of communication, is in your 8th house, Aries. And once again, your 8th house has to do with your shared resources, your shared finances. It also has to do with your sex life. Is there somebody that you share your resources with, and it's making a positive aspect to Saturn in your sector of home and family. So is there somebody you live with that you share your resources with, and things are going very, very well here, it looks like, on March 29th. Another possibility with this is, because Saturn is in Sagittarius and that's your 4th house of home and family, it doesn't necessarily have to be shared resources from a personal standpoint. It could be shared resources from a professional standpoint here on March 29th. And there's a positive angle between your resources, your shared resources, and someone in your home and family. So what does it suggest? Are you planning on partnering your resources with somebody in your family? And being that it's the Mercury, the planet of communication, is there, it looks like there's some positive conversations happening about this. So think about like any family members that you have. Are you planning on partnering your resources with any family members for something maybe professional? So that's something to think about on March 29th. On March 30th, Mercury, once again in Aries, is actually making a challenging aspect to Pluto, which is in Capricorn. Capricorn is your 5th house. That has to do with your romantic situation, Virgo. So, it looks like here on March 30th, you're hitting a little bit of a snag in your communications to whoever you're romantically involved with. And it's just on this one day here. But the way these events work is that, just because they happen on one day doesn't mean that they can't resonate. So, you might be having some challenging conversations with a romantic interest on March 30th and then following that event. Or you could look at this angle also as transformational. It doesn't necessarily have to be a challenging situation. Maybe there's just going to be like some changes in the way you and your significant other communicate, or if it's a romantic interest, if you guys always have done things a certain way for so long, maybe this is going to be changing now. So that's another way to look at this event that happens on March 30th and following that event. March 31st, Mercury is in Aries again. Once again, Aries being the house of your shared resources, Mercury, the planet of communication, is actually making what's called a conjunction with Uranus, the planet of serendipity. Uranus is the planet of the unexpected. Uranus is the planet of just random events occurring spontaneously. And Uranus is also in Aries, your 8th house of shared resources. So the Mercury and Aries on March 31st, Mercury and Uranus are in Aries on March 31st, and they're actually aligning. The conjunction is an alignment. So it's a very positive thing. So all of a sudden you're having this like spontaneous conversation that comes up, and it could be about your shared resources, and it's very beneficial. It could be about your shared finances. It could be about your sex life, and all of a sudden this is just coming up spontaneously on March 31st. So you're really ending the month off on a good note here, Virgo. I think that's all I have for you now. If you've enjoyed this video, make sure to hit the subscribe button and like. But thank you again for watching, and I'll see you next month. Take care. Bye-bye.